I think we should go around the table and say how old we all are.
You should never ask a lady her age.
You're not a lady.
I just How old are you, Sarah?
How old do you think I am, Philip?
How old do I think you are?
Oh, this is where we could all fall out.
So risky.
I think you're 36.
I love you. I knew I liked you.
You're being nice.
Really nice.
That's rude.
Yeah.
No, that's sincere.
I think Ryan does possibly seem like the most controversial person in the group so far. He's kind of willing to say things that are maybe a little bit rude, maybe things that you wouldn't necessarily say at a dinner party. What were you going to say?
I would say 50.
Ryan!
You really spat cod at me then.
It was the opera. That we're not taking kind to
No,
that.
I'm on now, love.
Okay. I mistakenly said 50 instead of 45.
That was a mistake, was it?
Yeah.
I'm 41.
Fair.
Yeah, I always get confused though.
I do as well.
Do you think you're older or something?
I just forget.
I think Sarah really did get offended by the age game. I think tonight she will be actually crying into a pillow that someone thought she was 50.
I think I look good for my age. Ryan, I don't know whether he were having a bit of banter. I don't really believe he thinks that I'm in my 50s. I would say Jen's older than me. And I haven't had Botox. No, I thought we were a similar age, about 42.
I think you're probably 44.
I'm 42.
You guys are basically twins.
Speaking of twins, are you, in fact, Kylie Minogue?
It's such a compliment.
I can actually see that, yeah.
Yeah, easy.
How about you? Is it Patrick?
It'd be good to know his name first, Ryan.
No,
Before you ask him what he does.
Philip, sorry.
Nice to meet you, I'm Philip.
I'm Ryan.
Oh, hey. Thank you.
How come you've chose this quiche as your starter?
In France, we're used to making quiche Lorraine. So I decided to do my own twist and make it a quiche au lardon with extra cheese.
Lovely.
And is that a difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Between a quiche Lorraine and a quiche
So it looks like you weren't listening. So there's cheese, and normally there's no
not
cheese
in
in
a
quiche.
quiche
No.
It's not something I usually choose, so I need a bit of clarification.
Yeah, you're just used to the basic food.
Ryan!
Is that it? Yeah. Before answering your question, what do you think I work in?
I think you work in a supermarket.
Is that your past experience?
I just think you're quite helpful, you know,
Yeah.
like to get things in order. I think it'd be a great career for you.
Do I actually look like someone who worked in a supermarket? Sarah, get a grip of yourself.
Oh, unexpected insult in the bagging area.
Boom, boom, boom. Big reveal. I am a model and an actor.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see that.
Of course he is.
I'm not shocked at all. It is very much a bit of a whatever, as I think he's pretty chuffed that he's a model. But, you know, they're two a penny these days, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why I gave up. You're right there, Sarah.
That potato salad. I'm just...
You know what? You can leave the potato salad.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all right.
grateful you tasted it.
I did not know what that was. It was one of the weirdest things I have eaten.
Why is the egg salad here? It feels like it's, you know, slightly different. It just feels like, you know, should be in a bap.
You know what should be in the BAP? You and your comments.
Ooh.
I'm not bothered that Phil do not like my food because Phil, who's Phil? I just listen and ignore. And if I need to say something, I'll let him know.
I'm sure you will.
That potato salad with the egg is just right up my street.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
Someone with an honest comment.
The rice, it was quite salty, and I didn't like the egg in the potato, and it just didn't seem to fit on the plate at all.
Back with the gang, talk turns to fashion faux pas.
I have actually said to someone they were ugly. It was one of my friends. We were going out on a Friday night to have fun and have the best time of a lifetime. Not this girl coming out her house with a pants and a dress, calling that fashion. I said, you look horrible and ugly, and I saved her from a disaster.
I think Ryan is a great guy, and I think Ryan also has a little bit to learn in life about what's important.
If someone's ready and they were pleased with how they looked and they were happy, I would let them crack on because, like, it's about your own opinion as well. Like, your opinion isn't the strongest.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be a good friend. For example, if you went out like that, I would tell you to stay home.
Well, why didn't you tell me to stay home?
Because I did not see you until the last moment, unfortunately.
Why didn't you tell me to go home?
Do you want to go home now?
Well, I've not finished yet.
Well, I think Philip looks great.
Thanks, Sarah.
You would know.
If we're going to be brutally honest, I don't think that suit's that great. But I'd still be friends with you.
Yeah, and I don't think your suit is great, but you're still in my house. Did you see her dress? Looking like some pumpkin shining in the night. Sarah is a great person, but when she talks, she does not make sense at all.
Well, here we are then.
No one really knows how to respond to Ryan because he kind of says things with a smile on his face, but actually some of the stuff's really insulting.
Mamma mia, your meatballs are divine.
Oh, thank you,
I
Sarah.
love them.
This is lovely. This is like some proper home cooking for me. I did expect the pasta to be pink.
Maybe you should have added a bit more pink food colouring.
Jen, where's the pink pasta? Where's the pink anything?
Considering she was using beetroot, which is famous for colouring things pink, in her dish as a salad, you'd have thought she could have used that to colour the food itself.
It's a fair point.
I thought the pasta was going to be homemade, pink like...
Is it not homemade? What?
The pasta's not homemade.
I would have thought that we should have made all our elements from scratch.
Can I ask about these meatballs? Is it beef and pork?
I'm not really sure.
Well, you need to tell us.
I bought the meatballs already made.
Oh.
But then I put them in a bowl. I added some paprika to make them pinkier. And then I reconstructed them so they're like deconstructed shop-bought meatballs.
Feels like a bit of a cop-out.
It was quite disappointing that Jen just went down the store and bought everything.
From bowl to bowl. Leave them in the bowl they were, like. If all you're doing is reshaping them in a smaller bowl.
Your food is not tasteless. But I won't call it my type of taste as well.
Quite mild for your taste.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get a compliment off Ryan, so I'll take that.
Speaking of mild, I thought your food were pretty mild last night. I think there's more flavour in this, truly, than there was in yours last night, honestly.
You really
I
think
do,
so?
I really do.
I don't think really Ryan has a leg to stand on when it comes to sort of saying whether other people's food was edible or not.
When all he'd used was some all-purpose seasoning and some curry for colouring, was a little bit rich.
I have won a competition as part of a group. I was in Tatler magazine for being top 10 best dressed people at Chelsea Flower Show.
Oh, well done, Philip.
We would have never known you won Best Dress.
I know, but I wasn't wearing this.
Ryan, was that a slide in?
There was nothing sly about that.
Best Dress?
Typical Ryan, his modelling career rearing its ugly head again.
You're enjoying this, aren't you, Ryan?
Me and Jen had a little snoop in your bedroom. This little number was knocking about. It scared Jen a bit, but I wasn't scared.
Is that you, Philip? Did you put paper mache on your
That
face?
is me, that is my
wow,
face.
yeah.
Would you like me to put it on my face? It's a perfect fit.
Oh. Oh, wow.
When I saw Philip with that mask, I was like, is that a clown or something?
He popped it on his face, and all of a sudden it was him. I love a bit of dress up. I don't think you can beat it.
Is that why you look like a drag queen?
I don't mind that. Rocking the dress.
It's a compliment. It's not a bad thing.
It's definitely a compliment.
Yeah.
I hadn't taken any offence to Sean comparing me to a drag queen.
I was like, ooh, that can't be an insult for Sarah because a drag queen looks better than her.
Now that is an insult.
Get creative. The challenge is each of you has got to make something that you feel like represents the person opposite you.
Mine looks like slime.
This is like a sort of chicken ready for the oven.
Should I get ready to
Not
be
really
offended?
going what I wanted it to do.
When I was looking over at what Jen were making, I thought, is she interpreting some nightmare that she's had? What's going on there? It looked weird.
Sarah, you're going to arrest him and put handcuffs on him?
When I saw the chain, I thought she was imagining me in prison. You're trying.
You're very trying.
Is everybody ready to reveal their creations?
Yes.
Oh.
Does it mean that I've got a big heart?
It does. When I first met you, I just felt the warmth, I felt the love, and Jen.
It was so lovely that he made me a heart. We do get on really well, and I think we've got quite a nice bond together.
Am I a tree?
A tree represents you because it's everlasting, ever growing.
How come he's only managed to produce one fruit then?
Oh, leave it out.
Oh, dear.
This is the stage, and you are a star,
Oh!
And
and this is your chin hiding everything.
there it is.
The spot on your chin.
Really took a turn, didn't it?
What? Oh, really? What?
Who is the real Ryan? Does he have that nasty streak? Or is that a little bit of a game plan to rile people up?
Have you changed what yours means now?
Not at all. I give you a little bit of bougie bling because I know you like to zhuzh things up and you love your fashion.
I was like, oh, she do have a heart in that thick skin of hers.
Try some of the caviar, Jen.
I'm so sorry, Sarah. I've got like a fear of small dots and balls. And I just can't do it. I think you've ruined a good prawn cocktail by putting that on my plate. I would have loved it if she'd have not put the caviar on there. It just really put me off.
As an 80s baby, this is a little bit of magic for me. Prawn cocktail, big tick. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, Sean.
I am.
I have a question. What have you actually done apart slapping it on a plate?
Bit blunt.
Oh, well, this is just how we served it in 80s. I'm sorry you weren't there.
It is quite simplistic, Sarah. There's not much cooking gone into it. I think this week you've been quite critical over asking people whether they've cooked their own food or made their own bread. I was expecting maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I think rest of my menu does enough that this is just what it needs to be.
I did not know that Jen had so much spice until tonight. I was just sitting down relaxing like I don't have nothing to do. She's doing everything for me.
I absolutely loved it. I thought, yes, I can get my own back here.
Cheers.
Hey, cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
And did you make the Yorkshire puddings yourself?
I did indeed.
They look lovely and risen.
So, Sarah, did you do this in the slow cooker then?
I did, yeah.
So what have you been doing all day?
Meow.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've been stood around all day doing nothing. All right. Bought in Meatball Queen.
Touche.
Me and Sarah were a little bit smiling assassins. Maybe there's something a little bit deeper, but yeah, light-hearted in a way.
And in a way, not.
Did you cook me sprouts?
Yeah, they're a bit al dente.
I love a sprout, but that's...
No, you see, I like a house
I
sprout.
do. Al dente, I do like them.
Straight off the stem.
I don't want them mushy. Only
No.
veg that should be mushy is peas.
I used to have it as my birthday cake when I was younger.
Oh, see, you can remember something from 80s.
I was very young, Sarah. My first birthday.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's nice.
Good.
The pudding was acceptable, however, it was a small portion. Probably could have done with a bit more.
I was worried that the dessert would be a really big letdown, and it wasn't a letdown, but it wasn't mind-blowing.
As the night draws to a close, time for some final thoughts on the week.
Met you all on Monday, and I feel like I've got some proper strong buddies with you all. I love you. It's great to have met you.
Sarah.
What a week.
I think you're all lovely, and you've all proven yourselves eventually to be lovely, and I'm really pleased to meet you all.
Look at the love. I can feel it in the air tonight.
So much.
Too much for Ryan. Give us an insult, Ryan. Come on.
I hate you all.
Cheers to the win.
And in second place, it's Philip!
Sean scored an 8, so Sarah beat Philip by 1 point.
Best week of my life. It's surreal. I can't believe it.
You know what? Tonight I arrived last place and I don't care because I am first everywhere and I know who I am and I am a winner.
Not this week.
In my opinion, the food that I cooked was the best of the week. But obviously, they're entitled to their opinion, even if it's wrong.
Let's go!